right, so now that we can have a little bit of understanding on how certain spirits, right, just the common ones like greed, jealousy, envy, hate. Well, let's talk about envy and let's talk about hate. Let's talk about jealousy first, right, before we move on to the other ones, right? How do these ones manifest, right? So, envy, hate, jealousy would give you a heart attack. I'm serious. You think, like, think about it. When you're walking around with so much hate and you're walking around with envy and you're walking around with jealousy, what you're causing in your body is high blood pressure, right? And so that leads to a heart attack. It's simple. It's really that simple. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's really what that is. You go to the doctor and they're like, well, how have you been feeling? Any stress lately? That means, hey, are you being, let me calm down. Let me just take a few moments, right? That means, do you have any hate in your body? Do you have any pain, any unresolved traumas, right? Which is why it's important that we heal, that we work through our emotional pain, that we work through our wounds, that we work through our resentments, that we work through all those emotions that we don't like to feel, that only us from within us see, because those don't manifest into the world, into our physical vessel for somebody to just point out and be like, oh, you're suffering from envy. Unless you're like really just walking around just being so, right? It doesn't manifest like that. It's something very intimate, and usually people are masters at their craft. So if you are a jealous, envious, see, I don't want to curse. I don't want to curse because I'm trying not to cuss. The point being, these are things that manifest into our physical vessel, but from within, as like high blood pressure, a heart attack. And I'm not trying to be funny about it. That's just the reality of it, okay? That's just how serious that is. Now, the doctor's not going to come in and say that. They're probably going to be like, let's take a stress test, right? Let's walk on the treadmill and see how stress test. Let's, maybe change your diet and stuff like that. In reality, what you need to go out and do is heal, right? Go ahead and deal with those childhood wounds. Identify what happened. Take accountability for what happened, whether you were the person that did it or not. Literally. Stop waiting for people to come in and apologize to you. Give yourself your own apology by healing. And take accountability for your life. And identify that these people were also wounded children. And that doesn't mean that we are putting a sugar topping on top of them or something to where they were wounded children and their mama and their daddy. We don't care about that. We care about healing. This is a very selfish journey. If they chose to heal or not, that's their problem. Now, as for me, I'm going to go and choose to heal because I want to live. Because I don't want to be walking around miserable. Because I don't want to pass down what was done to me onto other people, onto my children or my children's children. That's not what we're doing here. What I'm doing here is I'm healing. One, I'm healing for me. And as a result of me healing for me, that has a ripple effect, and now my children won't have to go through the things that I went through, and then now their children won't have to go through it, and now their children's children won't even know this existed, because this would be non-existent by that time. We're eliminating it, right? And so by healing, by choosing to heal, by choosing to do the healing work, not only are we healing from within, healing ourselves internally, right? We're also doing it. We're also going to make it manifest into our physical body in this physical realm by creating health. And when we create health, when we have health, when we are healthy, we're able to manifest wealth, which is money, which is what a lot of people want. A lot of people want money, right? But what are you going to do with the money if you're sick? Can you go work if you're sick? No. So, with that being said, if you like money, maybe go heal, because when you heal, you manifest health, and when you manifest health, you can actually go and do the work and create something and manifest wealth, right? So I went in a rampart there. I'm sorry. Okay, yes. So we were talking about healing and the spirits, right? So now we spoke about the spirits: jealousy, envy, greed, and all that good stuff, right? So we understand how those manifest a little bit. I didn't go into it deeply, but we understand that they manifest internally. They can manifest into anxiety, depression, a heart attack. I'm just being real, okay? That's what untreated hatred does to you. That's why it's important that we heal. And so when we look at it like that, right, then we can understand that there are spirits that manifest into our physical body as certain things, right? And so when I'm speaking about, demonic spirits, vessels being hijacked, right, I'm going to go to part 2 for that one.